Hello there everybody, how's it going? I am Void, I'm doing League of Legends commentary for today on the PBE server, public beta test stuff, and today I am playing as, what's his name, Tahm Kench, or as I prefer, Tahm Conch Shell, the wielder of the magic conch shell, of course. At least I'm assuming that's his secret lore, because as of now he pretty much has none, aside from that he likes to eat things, so I'm gonna go ahead and say that he's actually like the wielder of the magic console, which is actually false. Let's look at the teams here. We have Quint AD carry, Talon mid, Varus AD support, Thane, I don't know. Cho'Gath jungle, who's currently AFK, that's not too good. Tahm Kench top. Stop having a weird name, please. And then they have Fizz mid, Alistar support, Hecarim top, Tahm Kench jungle, and Bane AD carry. So, you know, things aren't looking too good because our dinosaur friend is currently just eating his claws, which is not something that's necessarily good. And Talon generally gets beaten by Fizz as well, but we will see how it goes. Hopefully we'll get, you know, we'll do epic plays in lane somehow, but being that we're against a Hecarim with Teleport Ignite, I can't necessarily say I have good hopes for this future, and that actually is a pretty cool looking chroma pack, I gotta be honest. Also, those Hawaiian like necklace thingamabobs are amazing. I know there's an actual name for them, but since I'm actually the worst, I just don't know it. Anyways, it's fine. We'll just try to do our best to not die horribly against this fella and not miss that CS. The method of my attack is kind of odd. I don't know how effective just swiping your tongue against things is, but if it's how my guy wants to do things, it's how my guy wants to do things. I'm gonna have to, like, miss some CS here. I'm gonna use my tongue to get that one. Using my Q does in fact root me. And, I probably should have said like the abilities or something of the sort, but I'll try to say as it goes. My Q is plain simple, like it roots myself a little bit and then goes out and hits someone. And if they have 3 stacks of this thing, which pretty much it's like Echo Diana, after I get 3 auto attacks on someone, they'll get a little piranha symbol over them, which will then allow me to, as you can see, it's yellow right now. If I get 1 more off, it'll be red, and then if I land my Q on him while it's red, it'll stun him. And then I think it has other similar properties, like I can actually swallow them with my W only when I have 3 stacks. So, pretty nifty functions. I don't really know how viable this guy actually is in the top lane. I know he's top lane support, so, kind of like Braum in a sense. When he was released, though, Braum has pretty much evolved only into support, but, I decided I would try him up in this here lane because, you know what, why not? Support's boring, I'm just gonna be honest here. He doesn't have any function with his E, where it kind of gets like a little shield every time he's hit, which is fan-flippin-tastic. I missed his... Oh, God, we missed his... Yes, okay, it's fine. It's fine. As for... The one thing I don't really understand how to use is his ultimate, but that's in the future. What are you doing? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's obvious you were, planning stuff like that. So we'll try to go and get him under turret and do some damage. Maybe I can do a little bit of a bait here, which will probably not work, but we are both pretty low now. So that's a good thing, and a bad thing, of course. I don't think, again, we can't really kill him because he has teleport. Well, no, not he has teleport, but he has ignite, whereas we don't. Which is, of course, a slight disadvantage we have. We'll try to get our flasks ticking, but, we pretty much have pretty similar in regards to health. We might be able to do something here, if I can just get in range. Alright, now we can go and do that, and then we can go and do this, and maybe get some damage done. Let's see here, and then use the Q, and that'll be his death. Can I live, though? Oh, okay. I'm alive. I'm alive. Bot lane isn't looking too good for themselves. Plus, there appears to be a Fizz in an unknown position. So I hopefully... Because he could just E over to me, flash WQ, and I'm going to die. But it looks like I'm safe. Alright, good. There's no Fizz on his way to slaughter me. The rest of the... everything else in this game isn't looking too great, but... The one good thing is, Tahm Kench's jungle is, like, really bad, because his clear time's awful, so... That's, like, the one thing we have going for us. I'm gonna go and get ready for my rod, because as far as I'm aware, it's the best starting item for him. I don't really know any better. So pretty much just go where it suggests. I did pretty much just go, like, full tank setup, so I don't really know if that's completely viable. So, forgive me for my lack of expertise knowledge in this guy. Also, can someone please explain to me how he evolved a flesh mustache? I'm just saying, I'm not gonna, like, rat on his species or anything, but that doesn't seem very viable. Like, unless it, like, lets him sense stuff, maybe? I guess I guess it's possible. There are species out in the world that you know, have like skin that can let them smell stuff and stuff of that nature. And they are generally kind of reptiles as well, so that must be, I just solved my own question. I'm actually the best. Alright, what are you doing, buddy? Okay, I'm gonna hit you one more time and I'm gonna eat you and try to throw you over there. Didn't get him in turret range, but that's fine. He is really going all out here. I can stun him again, and we won't be able to kill him. In fact, we're kind of overstaying our welcome here a little bit. But we can stun him again there, and actually, maybe we can do something here? It's possible. Oh, wait. Oh, no! Can we flash Q him? Oh, get the Q! Get the... There we go. This Hecarim has no idea who he's up against. The stun on his, with the Q combined with the passive is definitely a very useful thing in the top lane, but the problem is, and of course his E makes sustained fights very good. And since I'm at ultimate now, I now do 27%, or not 27%, but 27 additional damage per auto, which is, you know, pretty nice. That's about it though. It's pretty nice. It's not exactly much else. But, you know, pretty nice is better than nothing. You know, if I was, like, go to a restaurant, like Olive Garden, let's go, for example, and they had, let's go with onions. And they were, you know, they were, like, the kind of, like, onions that, they're really, like, their flavor's a bit too much for, like, the entrees being served with, and so it's just like, I don't know how I feel about this. And then they kind of just cried because of it. That's the kind of nice we're talking about. Don't question anything I just said. It'll all make sense in time. We did have Cho'Gath supposedly reconnect, but that is very much supposedly, because, you know, when people reconnect, they might just not do anything. I mean, he's still grooming his claws, so he might just be waiting. Oh, he got his items. So there is potential. I mean, I don't know, the Varus support and... Oh yeah, apparently Varus and Quinn, yeah. Quinn actually called AD carry, and then Varus at the very end just decided to pick Varus. I was hoping he was just going to do some OP meta Varus support with Ignite, but turns out he's actually just trying to take CS from Quinn, judging by the 14 to 15 ratio. So that's probably one of the main reasons the bot lane's suffering. And, you know, forget what I just said about Tahm Kench jungle not doing so well, because he just completely wrecked the bottom lane. I actually don't know where Hecarim is right now. It'd be nice if I can find out. How can you be 0-3 in 7 minutes? Well, you know what, Talon? People find ways. You know, he's Varus, you know, has Arctic clothes look, everyone else is wearing summer outfits and this guy is flipping Arctic ops. I don't think that's necessarily a very, you know, reliable means of doing things, and there's definitely a Hecarim, and a Fizz, and an Alistar in the mid lane. So let's see, our team is currently 2-6. You know what, I'm not gonna say Tahm Kench can't carry, but maybe he can. Maybe the toxicity, though. It's pretty funny. You would think there would be less toxicity on the PvE server. But in actuality, every match I do on PvE, there's so much toxicity. It's hilarious. Well, I mean, maybe not a lot. It's not something a lot of people consider hilarious, but I think it's kind of funny that, you know, people actually find a way to be as toxic on the PvE server when you're supposed to be here to test stuff, and it's in a sense of privilege to be on here, but people just complain. And welcome to human beings, I guess. I should definitely be wary, because with how good their team is performing relative to ours, yep, that's exactly what I was afraid of. So let's just go ahead and try our best not to die horribly, which we won't. We'll be fine. But I am going to take a lot of damage as well. We'll try to maybe get him and eat him and then stick him out over here, which will do a decent amount of damage. Ooh, that did quite a lot indeed. Sadly, because the Alistars remain up here, we won't be able to kill him. But hey, we got close. And, you know, if he allows us to eat him again, we can very much get a kill, but it doesn't look like that's going to be happening today. How's our CS looking by 40? Alright, well, CS is awful. But I'm actually finding a way. I'm actually beating Hecarim, surprisingly enough. I mean, well, I guess it's not that surprising considering I'm beating him in lane, you know, in terms of kills, but, you know. Oh, hello. You really want to give me a hard time up here, don't you, Alistar? I know our bot lane's losing and all, but come on, I just look at this top hat. You can't look at a man with a top hat like this and just tell them no. Like, would you deny this man a seat at your restaurant? Unlikely, I would think. Unless, you know, you very much would. Let's see, how's the score looking? We have 2 kills, 8 deaths. Gotta love this world that we currently live in, but that's okay. You know, I guess we can say we demonstrated how to do some neat things. Maybe we can get him here. He's gonna charge away. Alright, let's pop our shield immediately and go and use our Devour and stick him out to where I can actually hit him with my thingamabob. Ah, alright. Oh, he just walked away. Alright then. maybe I didn't need to go back after all, but I was really worried when he kind of ignited me. And he probably could have killed me. That's strange. I don't think of that, but hey, that's fine. Let's see. What's the beautiful chat looking like right now? We have ytalon ... dash look I f bot can troll can too. No troll. You supposed to be a support. No rage. I'm not raging. And you took bears. This is majestic. This is everything. This is everything a League of Legends match is supposed to be. I should like learn from these guys or something. Actually, I'm getting close to my raw age, so I should actually stay until I have enough to actually afford that item. Up is Varus gonna die here, likely, but we may actually get a. Why are you so low? Oh, if only I hit that. But the Cho'Gath though, with Cho'Gath is here. I think we can get this kill. Yes, we can. All right, we got this. If I can just devour him, then it's all good. We did get the devour off. And we are going to use our shield only when we're just right at the amount of health. Come on. Oh no, the minions though. Oh, Cho'Gath, buddy. You tried so hard. You tried so hard, buddy. Alright. May have gone a bit over my head there, but dude, my body blends in so well with the grass. I definitely should have just ran away though. I think I missed my ton and made it hit a minion. But Cho, why that smite? Wow. There we go. I'm assuming that's how they're actually speaking. Did he just sell? Did he just get potions and I can sell it? Oh wait, no, it's because it's recommended on Cho'Gath. That's probably why, which is fine. I don't really know. I could run with my ultimate, but it's so delayed that's gonna be really hard to actually utilize properly. It's not like Rengar you can just stealth in, or Rek'Sai. Talon, stop being angry in every single thing. I mean, you can't necessarily blame the guy. Talon, you're gonna die now. I'm not sure why he chose to keep fighting the Fizz. I think in an auto attack battle, Fizz wins. 0 SS in Talon, buddy. You should have ran. I'm just saying, Mr. OG Sex Peak. Your name pretty much solidifies what I think about you, but that's okay. Also, I need to run away ASAP because I did see a Fizz nearby. Oh, and there's also an Alistar. Okay. Oh, Alistar's going that way. Okay. Well, I'm going to keep running regardless because Fizz might be in that bush. And I would go to ward it, but if he isn't there, he'll just ult me and keep me CC'd long enough for Alistar to actually headbutt kill me. And, you know, at least we're starting to see some other kills in other places. Now, Quint's actually doing it quickly. Words. Quint's actually 1-1-3, so, you know, things aren't going too bad everywhere else. I do know you're in there, though, mister, so I'm going to, you know, try to make sure that nothing bad happens. Alistar could very well still be up here, though. I'm not too afraid about dying to Alistar and, you know, Hecarim, because how tanky my shield makes me. And I probably should explain, just in case you don't know. Every time you take damage, you pretty much gain like this gray shield. And you can, you know, click this to give it how many gray health you have and turn into a shield for a little bit. It's really, really good. It's probably, it you know, makes him a very good tank. FF at 20. Nah, man, we got this. You guys gotta believe. If you don't believe, then where are you gonna go in life? You can't be like Tahm Kench if you just don't believe. Now listen here, buddy. I don't think you understand. This is a brand new world that we live in. Oh, I missed my ton. Alright, well, I'm just gonna pop my shield so I don't actually die. So that will be that. Oh, am I gonna die? He might have been able to dive me, to be entirely honest. I'm not sure, and I'm also very uncomfortable about staying here. So we'll probably just go back. I really can't utilize my ultimate. Oh, yep, that's a fair amount of people. The guy actually used his ultimate to try to gank me there. That's pretty nifty. They're not actually gonna kill me, but listen, I don't care if every single person on my team fails. You are not gonna gank me, friends. Though, you know, my turret is gonna go down because of the fact that there's a decent amount of folk in my general area, but that's okay, I guess. Can I actually teleport quick enough? He might be able to get it, but thankfully we teleport quick enough either way, so it's fine. Varus is currently 2-6. He did rush Shiv, so at least he has the powers of lightning, which, you know, it's okay, I guess. Could be worse. And if in case you're wondering why I'm not using my W to eat minions like so and spit out him, it's because the damage is just, it's okay. I mean, it's actually very good, so I probably should have been, but it just has a long cooldown. I've been trying to save it for spinning him under the turret. I also kind of maybe have forgotten about it, but let's just not pretend that's a possibility. We may be able to roam. The range on this just isn't long enough, though. Talon's gonna die horribly. Quint isn't gonna die. No, I'm not gonna be able to get there quick enough. I can maybe stay to get the turret in mid, though. I don't know. Decisions. Let's be honest here. Hecarim's probably the only person that can heal. Fizz is too fed at this point, so I don't think we can do anything there. Oh. Okay, well, we definitely want to start using our W a little bit more, because it does also apply stacks to him, which is pretty dang useful. We'll go apply a stun right there, and a triple kill on the Quinn. That's pretty nifty. I'm just going to land the thingy right there, and... Oh, that was a beautiful ultimate, Mr. Hecarim. Get over here. Oh. Oh. Wait, we did kill him with that. That felt very satisfying. Just munched him up, and that was the end of that. I don't know where Fizz is. I'm gonna leave. I don't want just a shark to shoot up from the ether, and that'll be the end of my life, so we're just gonna depart while we can. Oh! Yep, that's exactly what I was afraid of. Okay, so good thing we left. I'm actually gonna get Merc Treads because I can release some tenacity. And I guess we're going Frozen Heart next. Though maybe I want Randuin just because it'll give me more damage with my W, because that does scale with your bonus health. So that might be a decent call. That's also probably the one reason Tahm Kench jungle can work, because of the fact that, you know, percentage of the Cinder Hulk, probably relatively good. You know, surprisingly enough, this game actually isn't completely over. Though a Fed Fizz is going to be really hard to, like, you know, do much about. And of course, 1 in 6 Talon, but Talon is one of those champions who can come back from anything, but I think the main reason we're going to lose is probably the Varus. But hey, you know, we're not over yet. Also, I don't think I have enough the necessary wave clear to kill all these minions, but, you know, if they don't pressure it, then I can probably get this. Okay, what's the plan here? I'm pretty sure the turret's dead. Yeah, it's dead. I didn't want to risk, like, not warding and then having 3 people die to me, because there's been a decent history of this game of people just not being where they're supposed to be. Mainly Mr. Cow. Mr. Roaming Cow is not something I'm very fond of, but it's something we're gonna have to deal with, so that's, you know, that's just the end of that. This is definitely a laning phase video, and we're probably not gonna be seeing a whole lot of team fights. Plus, we don't really have good team fights in the first place, and... What is Cho'Gath building? Crystalline Bracer. Stalker's Blade. So he's not finishing his Cinder Hulk. Crystalline and Sheen don't build together with anything. I have no idea what this man is building, but... That's okay. Are you guys... Are they really having that kind of argument? This is like... This is the kind of stuff you see while leveling up in League. Like, not being level 30s is the time you see this kind of stuff, where you compare each other's bad scores. Like, is that what's happening here? Is Talon gonna say 1 in 8 or 2 in 8 here? Yep. Yeah, he is. That's maturity at its finest. Let's just call it like it is. So I don't know where you got red buff, Mr. Hecarim, but unless you actually just straight up got it, I guess Tahm Kench probably doesn't need all that much anyway. He does have a nice chef hat, but that's about it. I don't know. I'm still pretty confident won't have much trouble against him. I guess I'll just use this W to clear minions. And I need to keep in mind how much that actually does. Heck, AP, maybe mid Tahm Kench could have potential because of how much damage that does. And the fact that you have range with your Q, so... I don't know, I can actually see potential in mid Tahm Kench, but... Not really that much, but, you know, kind of. You'd still want to mostly build tank, so I don't know for sure. Are we okay here, friends? I think we're okay. I shouldn't have to eat Cho'Gath to save him, though I could do it anyway, just, you know, kind of look cool. I also don't know where their team is. That's okay, though. Don't eat me, sir. Don't eat me. Yeah, alright, there's that. I might die. Yeah, he gave him the necessary thing he needed. And then Fizz jumping over the wall like the ninja he is, with that slick coat of paint, will result in our complete demises. I'm pretty sure with Rod of Ages, I don't actually need Frozen Heart, because, I mean, the CDR is nice, but I don't necessarily need the base mana all that much. Chop no wards, please. 10 min AFK. Chop no wards. You don't chop wards. That's not a way you prepare meals. I think our team is going to surrender. Oh god. What? No, don't leave this up to me. I'm not that kind of man, but let's be real here. I don't think we're gonna win. I don't think this is something we can come back from. But I can at least, like, show my ultimate, I guess. Might as well. Here's how it goes. So, there's Talon. He's having a grand old time. Let's just ignore him. He's having a good time. So you press it, and then you people can jump in, and then use it again, and then you go in, and then there you go. Wherever your mouse was pointing, I guess, is where it actually... I thought you had to, like, click on it from a distance, but that's fine. We'll just do a little bit of dancing here. And then click the surrender button. That is disgusting, Tahm Kench, and you should feel bad. You should feel really bad. Well, I know people well enough to know that some people may not be fond of how this... or may not be too fond of this gameplay because of the fact that, you know, we lost. But hopefully you at least learned some of the potential in his top lane. In the laning phase. Giant warning that maybe I'll have to put a giant warning in the description, and I'll say, listen, this is like laning phase only, and there's a giant cow that roams and tries to ruin my fun. But if you guys did enjoy the video, make sure you like, comment if anything fantastic. I'll be sure to be and subscribe if you haven't already. The warm fuzzy feeling in my heart. Apologies about theirs, etc. But you know, it happens. Even if it happens 4 times in a row, it happens. Have a great day.